Hello Aquarius, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the first week of February 2021. This will actually be for January 31st until February the 6th. And leading up to Valentine's Day, I thought it would be nice to do some love readings. So this week and next week, we'll take a little look into your love connections, just change it up a bit. So we'll look into your energy, your potential other's energy, and the energy for the connection. As always, these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. I do invite you to take that which is for you and leave everything else behind to get into your highest vibe. All right, for Aquarius. If this reading does resonate for you, please leave me a thumbs up down below and any comments or questions you might have. Did I do this right? Nope. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, okay. No, maybe we're fine. Ooh, not looking super lucky in love right now, Aquarius. Overall energy for you this reading is the Hermit card. Ooh, I have a different lighting setup today. This is going to be an issue. So with the Hermit here, we're talking about a little bit of self-isolation, perhaps removing yourself a little bit from a connection with somebody else. Just spending a lot of time kind of in reflection, and really like doing it on a very deeply personal and solo level. The Hermit card relates to Virgo energy. It's just a little bit more like removed, reserved to yourself. For you in this connection, we have the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. So for me, Aquarius, this really feels like you're in a position that love just like hasn't necessarily been on your side as of late. You have been feeling maybe some sense of heartache that you've like recently gone through and have been working your way out of. I'm also getting an energy for you here of feeling like love just isn't going to kind of line up for you. Maybe reaching a point where you're just like, you know, it's been repeated heartaches. Whenever I try to invest myself, it just doesn't pan out. So it's stressing me out because I want it, but I'm also trying to let go of that feeling. With the Eight of Wands energy here, I would say you're probably doing a lot of work in your journals right now, or you have somebody close to you that you've been talking through a lot of this with. I do get a real sense here, Aquarius, that you are trying to let go of that energy, let go of that kind of like anxiety you have around the connection, or the energy for me really is around love in general and just feeling like, you know, it might not be in the cards for you, which of course isn't true. Getting into the energy of the other, your other, we have the Eight of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So this is also someone who's been struggling. I get the sense that you two are not yet together. I don't think that this energy relates necessarily to a union that's already formed. I think you are both kind of coming from a place of having your egos damaged and working on some healing. For this person, they're in a space where they felt like in their last relationship, they were, how do I want to phrase this? It's like somebody was really trying to control them all the time, that they were kept under guard all the time, that they didn't have the freedom to go out and explore and do things, maybe spend time with their friends. And it was just felt like a bit of a prison for them inside of the connection and the relationship. But they are coming to the other side of that. They have broken free. And I get that they are out re-exploring the world, trying to, I'm getting like a real energy for like dating apps, like just putting themselves out there a little bit, looking to flirt, kind of like seeing where things can go, because they've finally broken free from being in this space of just feeling like somebody is holding them hostage in their love connection. So the union for the two of you, because again, I really am not getting the energy that this relationship exists yet. I think you're both in a place where you're making your way towards each other, and both kind of coming from a similar space of not feeling like things are working out for you or haven't been necessarily working out for you. And that's been a bit of a stress and a mental barrier that you're both working to let go of here, so that you can start to feel a little bit more invigorated to come back together. In the connection energy, we have the Fool, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. This is a willingness to be able to be open to throw yourself into something new. But I don't take the Fool energy here to be just like a willingness to throw yourself into whatever. I think this is more a willingness to like let go and move on and see what's out there and take in the relationship that comes at the right time. I do think there is an openness for love here, but the two of you are operating as solo artists right now. You're both operating kind of on your own. We'll do a little clarifying here and see what else we can find out. I'm going to throw cards immediately. No major arcana here except for the overall energy. So take that as an indication to Aquarius that you have a lot of power right now. You have a lot of control to change your circumstances. And with your cards coming up as the 9 and the 10 here, and then the 8, it's like you're at the end of that cycle of feeling anxious and feeling like you're holding on to some skeletons in your love life. We'll start with clarifying the Hermit here in the overall connection energy for you. The Wheel, the Hanged Muse, and the Muse of Emotions. Yeah, this I think is like being content with being on your own, being single, being out in the world as somebody who isn't reliant on anybody else's love to validate them, so to speak. And being okay with like sitting in that space, but being open to starting on something new should the right thing come up. If the right person came into your sphere and it felt as if their emotional maturity was where yours is, that they have put that same work in that you have, that you would be willing to open up to that romantic relationship. But for now, you're okay with being solo, and probably due to the fact that you've been dealing with letting go of a lot of past traumas and hurt that came from previous relationships. We'll clarify for you the 9 of Swords here. One moment. And I hit my head. I'm always hitting my head. Okay. So silly. Okay. 9 of Swords for you, Aquarius. These cards just want to be free. The Emperor, the Hermit again, and the 9 of Emotions. You got real focused on work. This to me feels like you got hurt maybe in your last relationship, or you put a lot of yourself into that last relationship and you really thought it was going to be the one. You felt like everything was like exactly as it should have been. And I think that there was maybe an abrupt ending for you here. And so you took all of that energy because you were not yet ready to process the emotions that you were feeling perhaps, and dove into work. Like put that energy into somewhere where you felt you'd be able to actually see tangible growth. Let's take a look at this 8 of Wands for you. The Page of Inspiration, the 3 of Emotions, and the Muse of Voices. Yeah, okay, I really like this. So you're starting to feel re-impassioned for the hunt for love. You're willing to now start trying to just like keep your eyes open. Put yourself out there maybe a little bit, but keep your eyes open. And I think that you've got some people around you right now, Aquarius, that are really supporting you in this. They want to see you move on, and they want to see you get out, put yourself back out there. And so, you're presenting as the page here, so is your other person, this person in the other connection. So you are making your way toward each other with a similar amount of energy, but also with the Muse of Voices coming up here, your friends, these people that are in your corner that are looking out for you right now, they're really helping to elevate your spirit. They're really helping to make you feel more empowered, more secure about who you are and what you have to offer somebody else. And I think that is going to really lend itself well to you stepping into something new. All right, let's take a look at their energy here. We'll look at the Eight of Swords for the connection. Two of Materials again, the Eight of Emotions, and the Ace of Materials. This feels very similar in energy to me. This person felt like their last relationship did not have balance, which is fair because they were feeling like they were being controlled. They were feeling like somebody was being very possessive with them, with their love, needing to know what they were doing, who they were talking to all of the time. And they made, again, like a conscious decision to walk away from that relationship. I get for you that maybe the relationship ended without you really feeling like you were ready for it to end. But for this person, they recognize that like there is a power imbalance here. It's not working. I need to move on from it. And they also poured themselves instead into work because work was something that was for them. I get like an entrepreneurial energy from whoever this person is. So they wanted to work on things that were going to help to elevate them, help to move them forward, help to create security for them as an individual, because they felt like they had just been giving constantly everything they had to the relationship with this other person. Let's, we'll look at the Page of Swords here for them as well. This is not my day. Okay, this is not my day. But then the question becomes, and I always debate with myself, so 3 cards came out. I feel inclined sometimes that it's like, it's not me, it's universe, right? Let's see what we got. 8 of Voices for them again, the Knight of Emotions, and the Lovers. Okay. So maybe for this person, their relationship ended a little while ago. They've taken that time now for the healing, for the caring for themselves, for investing in their work life or their business endeavor, whatever that looks like. But they don't want to feel, they know they don't want to get into another position where they're feeling trapped in the relationship again. That much is for sure. But they are now at a point where they're ready to start to branch out. Again, remember, like, ready to get back on the apps, to be doing all the swiping, to be sending little messages out. And they're really in doing that and starting to just slowly put themselves back out there. It's making them feel a bit more confident to be able to share their heart again with somebody, to be able to open back up to somebody, because this person really does want to find their other. They're looking to find that connection that is right for them, the connection that says, you know, this is my soulmate, this is my person, this is the one for me. And they're now getting focused, I believe, on what that looks like for them specifically, what traits they're looking for specifically in their partner. And they're getting there. They're ready to start to do the work. And so are you, I think. But you're both going to come at it slowly, I believe. I don't think anything about this, even if you met tomorrow, I don't know that it would be like love at first sight, we're going all in. It still would be, I'm curious, I'm willing to invest a little bit more and see what happens. Let's look at the connection though. Let's take a look at this Fool energy. Ooh, 10 of Materials, 5 of Voices, and the 10 of Voices. So this is both parties here, I think, being prepared to dive into the right scenario. If they can find somebody who has the same vision of what the long-term happiness is going to look like, then they're going to be willing to invest in it. There is still an energy here of like recognition that the work needs to be ongoing to let go of some of the negative self-talk, some of the skeletons in the closet, the things that we carry with us, baggage, so to speak, from that last relationship into the present relationship. I think you both want somebody who recognizes that like it's okay to continue to be putting work into those things. That's what's going to make a better bond here. Let's look at the 10 of Wands in the connection, Muse of Materials, the Moon, and the 7 of Emotions. Yeah, I think the energy really is that the two of you have become very independent since leaving your last relationships. And you're in a place where you're very comfortable with that independence, with that focus on your life without another person, how you're taking care of yourself, what you're contributing to work, and anything else that's going to give you that security. You feel like you have a keen grip on your own emotions and what your needs are. You're spending a lot of time kind of being intuitive and reflecting on it. And I think that before you're going to be willing to commit to another person, and this goes for both of you, that you're going to want to be able to have honest and open conversations about the things that may become revealed later on, to the tune of like, what was the last relationship like for you? What did you see as the shortcomings there? You know, what was the role you played in all of that? I think you're both looking for someone that's going to be okay with having those deeper conversations even early on. So neither of you are investing time for what's going to feel like no reason. Again, you both want to have that same vision of what happy ever after, about what that future looks like for you. We'll pull a few cards for, okay, the 2 of Pentacles here. What do we get? 7 of Materials. Queen of Materials, 7 of Inspiration. You may be dealing with an earth sign here, or with someone with a lot of earth placement in their charts, Aquarius. We've had a lot of Pentacles coming up. But I also do think that it's like you're both going to be very career-minded and focused. But both of you are looking for the same thing. Someone that you can grow with. Someone who you feel contributes to the greater energy in your life, that is going to be there to celebrate the successes as they come for you, but isn't going to try and like take from you. There's a real energy of wanting to be able to preserve what you have and not end up with someone who's going to take. You both want someone who can be independent in the relationship. And I think that's going to really complement well when you do finally come together. Because I don't know that you've met yet. You may be kind of loosely in each other's spheres, but I'm not getting an energy that the connection's been made. Energetically, you're both on the trajectory to come in together and for it to work well. I think it's going to be like a slow and patient thing. But I don't think that the connection has necessarily happened yet. We will take one last piece of advice for you from Universe. For this love reading, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Ooh, yeah. For this connection, you both are going to, what you both want, what you both need is someone who is going to be there to watch you grow into the best version of who you can be. That you're both going to be able to contribute the same amount to the relationship and both be willing to see the other rise to the top in whatever they do. There is definitely an air of like, I need my independence and you need your independence, but together we can achieve more. I hope this helps for you, Aquarius. We'll see you next week.